Hello everyone, hope you are doing good and revising all the modules since we have almost reached to the last module of this course. The title of today's module is Future Challenges in Digital Forensics Part 2. In today's module, we would talk about some of the ultimate challenges in the field of digital forensics. Dear friends, digital technology is advancing at an unprecedented rate. And we can only anticipate that the task of digital forensic analyst is going to be more challenging. To keep up with the fast pace of technology, a good theoretical and practical knowledge is very essential, especially in the field of digital forensic. We cannot rely on the desktop forensic. We have to update ourselves with cloud forensic, artificial intelligence, IoT's forensic, and the alarming dark web and deep web. So today we would get familiar with challenges related with cloud forensic, challenges related with IoTs, challenges with machine learning and artificial intelligence, challenges related with dark web and deep web, and finally the challenges related with the big data. All these modern technologies are changing the whole scenario in digital world. Thus, it is the need of hour to focus on all such challenges. Let us first discuss the challenges with cloud forensic. Cloud forensic is actually an application within the digital forensic, which focuses on the crime committed over the cloud and investigate them. Cloud computing is based on huge network which spread globally. Cloud forensic is complex subject that demands a high level experience. Cloud computing is modeled to facilitate universal on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources like network, servers, storage, application and services that when demanded can quickly be made available with minimum management effort or service provider interaction, which make this technology so cost effective and acceptable. Let us briefly go through basic cloud concepts. There are mainly three methods of services model in cloud architecture, that is IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. IaaS or the infrastructure as a service. As the name suggests, it provides the basic computer infrastructure as a service along with raw storage space and networking capabilities. Then there is PaaS or platform as a service, provides an entire computing platform and solution stock as a service. Then SaaS or software as a service. In this model, software and any associated data are hosted centrally and usually accessed by multiple users using a lightweight client, like accessing the web browser over the internet. What are the types of clouds? Such infrastructure can be hosted as public cloud, private cloud or community cloud. Public cloud means infrastructure is made available to general public, like being provided by Google. Private cloud means the cloud infrastructure is operated solely for single organization. And in community cloud, the cloud infrastructure is shared by several organizations. Combination of such infrastructure can also be employed, called as hybrid cloud. Implementing such infrastructure are still not standardized and mostly creates inherent challenges for many organizations. Organizations are not yet entirely aware of the complexities involved in securing cloud data. So there is always the chance of breaches caused by the error, negligence and design. Over the past few years, cloud computing has brought revolution in the way by which digital data is stored, processed and transmitted. It is presumed that in coming years, everything will be in cloud. With this paradigm shift from traditional standalone computer devices, workstation and networks to the cloud environment, many challenges have also come along. One of the most frightening challenges is how to perform digital forensic in the various type of the cloud computing atmosphere. Since the cyber criminals find holes in such complex environment, therefore provide a potential opportunity for cyber criminals to commit crimes, which has become a principal concern for digital investigators. Cloud computing in some way is similar to conventional computing technologies, but with the advent of advanced hardwares which handle virtual machines and geographical autonomy with endless boundaries, elevate the big concern for investigators to carry out forensic in a cloud computing environment legally. Nowadays, with most of the corporate offices prefer to store their data with cloud service providers. But one of the major concern which is always there with critical data is security of such data. We have to rely on cloud providers for security matters, and in case of security breach, again it is the responsibility of service provider to provide evidences. Attackers try to focus on vulnerabilities and focus their attack on CPUs used by cloud providers. So it becomes highly important to keep hardware updated with new patches. In many cloud systems, APIs, that is application programming interfaces, used even by trusted organizations have a public IP address. Thus, insecure APIs may give an attacker considerable access to cloud applications and put the entire system at risk. Like in conventional computing, it becomes highly imperative to create loss of backup of the valuable information and storing them at physical site located in different parts of the globe. In the cloud atmosphere, the information may be anywhere around the globe, mostly outside your country boundaries. Thus, there is no control over the location, size of the crime scene, and there is no control over the collection, preservation and validation of the evidence in case of cyber attacks, which is very important in the prosecution of crime in the court, thus a pressing challenge for the investigator. Let us see what are the challenges coupled with IoT's forensic. IoT's forensic is a branch of digital forensic which deals with IoT related cybercrimes or the Internet of Things devices and include investigation of connected devices, sensors and the data stored on all possible platforms. You must be wondering how, sitting far away from your home, you can open the door of your house and can handle the air condition or smart devices. This facility has in turn brought many challenges along with it. The diffusion of Internet of Things model, especially in commerce, accounts for a new signal of crimes ranging from industrial espionage to attacks endangering your physical security. The number of attacks through compromised IoT devices is at the verge like denial of service attack, where compromised IoTs act as a means of attempting crimes and are used for carrying out such attacks. You can say attacks through compromised nodes or through botnets. Cyber criminals try to exploit poor security settings in both home and workplace IoT devices, making them generate huge amount of traffic which leads to crashing of the system. Through these compromised IoTs, cyber criminals attempt malware attacks, try to hack their system to work as per their direction. Various IoT manufacturers are now paying attention to address such issues to improve the security of devices. But there are large number of the installed IoTs which are already available, and it is very difficult to fix the patches. As a result, we have millions of connected devices that have little or no defense against hackers. Thus, an emergent need for high level protection for such device is of paramount importance. Then let us see what are the challenges which are lined up due to the machine learning and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence and machine learning software have ability to learn from activities of past events and to decide accordingly for future events. Artificial intelligence is the science of making things smart or the capability of machine to perform like humans. This ultimate technology is used by cyber professionals as security measure to prevent cyber attacks. But the challenge is that hacker will abuse this novel technology for performing more sophisticated attacks. Once hacked, the compromised system is used to perform different type of the attacks like sending vast amount of the spam mails, phishing frauds and for sending malwares. The artificial intelligence technology is increasing day by day and its enormous use also significantly increases the number of malicious activities, thus poses a great challenge for investigators. Then there is ultimate challenge for digital forensic expert, that is dark web and the deep web, a paradise for illegal activities with anonymity, a hidden part of the internet accessible only through the Tor browser, which is generally referred as the dark web, is often used to facilitate illegal trade for human and child trafficking, money laundering, narcotic drugs, exchange of weapons for terrorist activities, display of child pornography, even enables organ trafficking from living and dead bodies. The core principle of Tor browser is onion routing. In an onion network, messages are encapsulated in layers of encryption, analogous to layers of an onion. The encrypted data is transmitted through a series of network nodes called as onion routers, each of which unwrap a single layer, uncovering the data's next destination. Almost impossible for the investigators to carry out the forensic activities. It is highly intrusive platform carrying out the illegal activities such as illegal trade, media exchange for pedophiles, weapon and terrorists. Do you know there is a trend of so-called surprise and secret boxes called as mystery boxes by dark web sellers, which are so haunting and contain random and terrifying articles like blood-stained clothes, amputated body parts of animals and even humans, and some of the very extreme and disturbing images. This dark web exhibits the biggest challenge for law enforcement agencies because it facilitates the criminals to conduct their activities in a way that is difficult for law enforcement to discover, monitor and investigate. The dark web provides anonymity and encryption, which significantly complicates the process of identifying suspects and collecting evidences. How Tor provides you anonymity? As Tor browser is highly effective in hiding your location and prevents your traffic from being tracked, it is almost impossible for your online activity to be traced through Tor's network back to you. On the top of that, trade is carried out using bitcoins and cryptocurrency. Such cryptographic payments are hard to trace and harder to bring to redressal. Then there is deep web or the invisible web or hidden web, which is a part of World Wide Web, whose contents are not indexed by standard web search engines. Many a time, dark web and deep web are used interchangeably, but the basic difference is that the deep web just refers to the non-indexed pages, while the dark web refers to the pages which are both non-indexed and involved in illegal activities. Let us now talk about the challenges with big data forensic. Dear friends, in this course, we have been talking about how to protect data. We are trying to get proficiency to achieve that goal. But wait, you have one big challenge lying up for you. Yes, the challenge of big data forensic. What is this big data? In the computing world, it is defined as the collection of information from traditional and digital sources of all kinds. Big data is a phrase used to mean a massive volume of both structured and unstructured data that is so large which is difficult to process using traditional database and software techniques. Looking at the potential of information, every government is emphasizing on e-governance with e-attendance, e-verification, e-auction, e-tender, e-learning. Everything is become created on virtual platform. We have our parallel identity in virtual world in form of unique IDs, leading to the creation of big volume of data, which is generated too fast to be handled by current processing capabilities. E-governance is just one example. Such data is generated by corporate offices, in business houses, in academic and research institutes. You could imagine the amount of data is being stored in e-business. And what about the extent of data generated in social media posts, which increasing so fast with your every click, with billion of users spending an average of 2 to 3 hours daily online. You could imagine where we are heading. This era of big data leads to new opportunities in various fields. Although the availability of big data is very useful, but it poses a new challenge in digital forensic investigation. Do you know it is one of the most valuable assets in today's world? So there is utmost concern regarding its security. Earlier, for some reason, it could be ignored, but now it is an obligation to make our digital data secure. The existing tools and techniques cannot handle the expected outbursts of big data sets. Software and hardware engineers need to evolve forensic tools both for collection and analysis of big data with equal tempo. Moreover, digital forensic is considered to be a multidisciplinary effort that incorporates several fields like law, computer science, networking, and criminal justice. It should be collective effort which could make this subject more acceptable and distinguished. So dear all, I stop here. Let's have some concluding words. With these high-tech challenges, there is dire necessity of professional analysts in the field of digital forensic. What we talked during whole course is just a flash of the subject. There is much more to explore. Hope you find this course most stimulating and rewarding with lots of career options in the field and research. I wish you a bright future. Dear friends, I stop here. Hope you had an exploring journey in different modules of this course. We tried to make it most interesting by including lots of demonstrations through multimedia and tried to make it as simple for your better understanding so that it could reach to the masses. Hope we succeeded in our effort. And I hope you tried your best to grasp every single detail from this course and enjoyed this exploring journey as we did by putting it for you. I am very thankful to all the production team members, staff of EMMRC, Sagar, and of course CEC UGC, a nodal agency of MHRD, for providing me this platform of SWAYAM to interact with you all. I would expect your feedback for future improvement. See you. Best of luck to all my future digital forensic experts. Goodbye. Take care.